Welcome back. This video we're going to be taking a look at some WeakAuras I've made for Legion. We're going to be focusing on Shadow and Holy Priest, Arms Warrior, Balanced Druid, Havoc and Vengeance Demon Hunter, Unholy DK, Ret Paladin, and Sub and Outlaw Rogue. All of these WeakAuras will be in a paste bin. I'll post it once I finish this video. But I'm going to go through most of those I just mentioned and show what they are, and probably not explain anything because I think most of them are pretty self-explanatory. But let's start here with Shadow Priest. As you can see, I'm not going to do the Insanity Bar because you can find that on I didn't create the Insanity Bar, so I'm only going to show my custom WeakAuras here. Let's get started here. So the first, as you can see, this middle row is when your dots are not active, and here's your dot counter here. Mind Blast CD, Mind Bender CD, you have Dispersion, ignore my quartz is still active. So you got Dispersion, and then after Dispersion, the active goes off, it pops back up. And I'll show you Shadow Form. So we got that. There's Void Bolt, which works perfectly. And then the other ones, I'll just show what they are once I get out of combat. They are actually, oh no, my Mind Bender's still attacking. Here we go. So down here we have the Shadow Word Death, obviously. Twist of Fate, Cooldown, Void Torrent, and then Shadow Crash. We also have Power Infusion over Shadow Crash, and then Shadow Fiend, where Mindbender is. So that's all of the Shadow Priest. Now let's hop on Holy Priest, and we'll do that right quick. Most of my WeakAuras are simple, but useful, I found. Alright, let's take a look at Holy Priest right quick. So here's all my Holy Priest. A lot of these are, actually all of these are ready for Legion, I believe. So let's just show off a couple of them. So obviously for the talent section here with Divinity, Divine Star, and Halo, they're all three in the same spot. So whichever you're spec'd into, and then there's a Circle of Healing. Obviously if you're spec'd in the Circle of Healing, it'll show up here. If you're not, it'll just be blank. Let's just show these right quick. Let's get in combat. So my Holy Ward CDs, bam. And then Sanctify, Serenity, Holy Fire, Cooldown, Dispel, and then this is your Divine Hymn, which works. So Divine Hymn cast, beautiful. I'm out of combat, and then here's the secondary proc you get, which is increased healing, and then the timer should start here. There it goes, bam. And of course Guardian Spirit, and we'll show our talent here, which works. So that's it. That is Holy Priest. Well, let me show the Renew. The Renew one's kind of cool. Let me just do that right quick. Let me get in combat. So Renew, what it is it keeps count of how many targets are in your group. So it only works in groups. So it keeps count of how many Renews you have up. It's useful. I think it's useful. Some other people might not, but I like it. Of course, with all these WeakAuras I'm going to show, you can always move them to a different position. You can move them anywhere on the screen, like out of the group, in the group. Let's take a look at Arms Warrior next. Arms Warrior is pretty basic. I'm trying not to make this a very long video, so I might skip like Ret Paladin. I might show them, but not show them in action. We'll show Arms Warrior really fast. I think for Arms Warrior all I have are Mortal Strike CD, Colossus Smash CD, Execute when it's available, And Blade Storm maybe? I don't know, we'll take a look after we wait our normal 5-second to load in every day. But yeah, I'll probably skip Ret Paladin. I'll probably just do Balance, DH, and DK after this. And I'll show them on screen, but just not test them out. I like for people to see what actually happens when you do them. So Arms Warrior, here you go. So not that many. Let's just do it right quick. There's our Mortal Strike. I have a Rage counter too. So everything's on cooldown, off cooldown. Alright, let's do a Blade Storm. Blade Storm. I don't have an active Blade Storm, obviously, because you can tell when Blade Storm's active. And then the last one is Avatar. Not Avatar, Battle Cry. I didn't make one for Avatar because I don't use Avatar. But as always, I'm going to be updating this pace bin, even with classes I don't have. So you can definitely keep checking. Or if you see in any of my videos I have different WeakAuras, you can definitely look and they'll be up and posted. Especially for classes that I haven't tried out yet, or I haven't made WeakAuras for. I have WeakAuras for Fire Mage too. I'll post those too. I'm not going to show those. Actually, I'm not even going to post my Fire Mage WeakAuras because there's only like 2. So let's take a look at Balance Druid right quick. Balance Druid will I have a few for balance. Basically, I made WeakAuras for the classes I want to play. So like Shadow, so Priest, Druid, and DK mainly. Demon Hunter I might dabble in a little bit. I had a request to make Demon Hunter, so I made him. And that's really the main reason I'm doing this video, is people have asked me for my WeakAuras, and this gives me a way to get my WeakAuras out for other people to see. Go through our 5-second delay here. Go to the garrison right quick. I have quite a few for Shadow for balance, surprisingly. Just as many as my Shadow Priest, actually. Let's just show them all right quick. Actually, not as many as I thought. But I'll just show them right quick. My talents, though, I do have Celestial Alignment and Incarnate. They're over the same. That's Celestial Alignment active, and then the CD, and they're all in the same. So you don't have to worry about those. Stellar Flare is talented. And I'll explain a little bit more about my Stellar Flare, because it is a little different. Where is my Moonfire? Why is Moonfire not on the bar? Moonfire. So here's the Moonfire, obviously. So basically what that means, the Stellar Flare icon means, is that I have enough solar, what's it called? Solar energy? Astral power to use it. Then I have one for Star Surge also. And then down here are the empowerments you get, your solar and lunar. And it shows a stat count too. And then that popped back up. And these are your dot timers, obviously. And this is Celestial Alignment. Let's use this, so the dots. So you got 2 here, or 2 stacks, 2 and 2. You don't have a solar flare up. That's it. It's basically everything for balance. That's all I have right now for Druid. I don't think I'm gonna make any more, but I might eventually make a Resto Druid, maybe even a Bear. I don't know about Feral. Let me just try to find. There we go. Get at aggro. Alright, so let's take a look at DK next. And then we're going to do DH and then I'll stop. So I don't want to make this video too long. I just wanted to show a little bit of what I have. Basically for the big ones. Like Arms Warrior I probably could have skipped, but Ret Paladin I'm going to skip from this show but not demonstrate. And then the Rogue I'm not going to show either. They're pretty small. DK is pretty important, and then Havoc and Vengeance are pretty important. I only have Unholy DK right now. I'll probably do Blood and I'll make Frost, but Frost won't have that much. Like, I haven't even played Frost since pre-patch, so I really don't know. I just don't enjoy Frost. But I will do Blood. I'm actually in Blood spec, so let me swap to Unholy. If we ever get loaded in. This will probably be my last video till Legion. Then once Legion comes out, I'll be obviously have a lot more content coming. Alright, let's take a look at just what they look like. These are all my own custom WeakAuras for DK. Let's just get in combat here. I have a pet not active. What else do I have that's not shown? Summon Gargoyle and Dark Arbiter are obviously the same. Festering Wounds, and then Dark Transformation. Let's just do a quick demonstration. Alright, so this middle icon means my pet's not active. Now my pet's active. Obviously, Death and Decay cooldown. My Festering Strike stacks. Virulent Plague is not active. Virulent Plague is active. And then Dark Transformation cooldown. We can do Dark Arbiter cooldown. Cooldown too. Bam. That's it. Pretty, and it shows the stacks of Festering Wound, so that's pretty cool, I think. I don't have a Sudden Doom proc because I use the Blizzard built-in, but that's it for DK. Me get out of combat, and I do have the Apocalypse, obviously, but it's not available yet. It's right there. So when Apocalypse is when you get your artifact weapon, that'll work. It should work. If it doesn't, I'll edit it and test it again. It worked in beta, so it should work in live. Alright, let's hop on DH now, and that'll be the last one. And once we get done with DH, I'll show off the Ret Paladin and Sub and Outlaw Rogue. I have a lot for DH. Crap, I'm in Tanan Jungle. Why am I in Tanan Jungle? I thought I was in Storm Shield. So I might just find something to kill out here. I was probably killing Kazakh though, which is why I'm out here. We'll do, I think I'm in Vengeance spec first, so we'll start with Vengeance. We'll show that off really fast. Because we are pushing 12, 13 minutes now. I don't want to keep this under 15, so let's go find something to kill. Let me just show what I'm gonna have right now. So Vengeance here. I have sigils on top, then my active mitigation here, or my actives, sorry, not active mitigation here, and then these are all cooldowns down here. Let me just show them right quick. Bam. So we're going to use our Empowered Wards. It's active, you see the timer, it's working, and then this is your Immolation Aura. I'm just trying to stay in combat. Immolation Aura cooldown. I don't need have an active. And then Fiery Brand cooldown. Your Interrupt cooldown, and then your leap. Your leap shows your stacks, so that is nice. You can see those. And then the last one is Demon Spikes we can show, which works. I see a little overlap here. I'll fix that before I upload them. And the last one is Metamorphosis active. I guess I can show the sigils too.
I'm out of range.
Sigils just show a cooldown timer, pretty basic. And that's it for Vengeance. Let's take a quick look at Havoc once I get out of combat.
I'm out of range.
If we ever get out, there we go. Alright, let's just swap specs here. Havoc. I have the handful for Havoc. Actually, I like the Havoc better than the Vengeance. Alright, let's take a look at him. So, I have a Chaos Strike. Basically, this Chaos Strike WeakAuras tells me when Chaos Strike's available. And then, just like the Vengeance, really, my active... Why? I don't know. It's not... They're not... Those symbols are...
I need to get closer.
Let me just get in combat. There we go. Now they're active. So, Vengeful Retreat.
It is too far away.
I have the Fell Rush with the cooldowns. And this is your throw glaive cooldown. And basically when this icon is up, that means you have enough, what is it called? Have enough fury to use Chaos Strike.
I'm out of range.
And then I have Eye Beam. Let me go find somebody to kill. Get back in combat. So there's Vengeful Retreat works too. Of course you have your Interrupt. Same with your, what is this called? Chaos Nova. Let's go Metamorphosis. Maybe if I can get a path. Metamorphosis works. And then, so that was Blur I just used. So you have your Blur cooldown and your Blur active, and then you have Darkness and Darkness active. There's not a timer on the Darkness active because I think it just means when you're in darkness, like I'm in the puddle still. I don't know how long it lasts. I think it's 10 seconds or something like that, 8 seconds. But that's it. So those are the Demon Hunter WeakAuras. Alright, let me get out of combat, and then I'll show off the last 2 WeakAuras I have for the other classes. So we're gonna take a look at Ret Paladin. We'll just do actually Outlaw Rogue. I don't have a lot for Outlaw Rogue, so basically I have my Feint uptime, Adrenaline Rush active, I believe. Trigger, yes, active, and then Roll the Bones. Basically, this Roll the Bones will tell you the remaining time and how many you have. So if you get all 6, it'll have a 6, and if you get 1, you have a 1. Don't have a lot for Outlaw Rogue. Ret Paladin is pretty basic for Ret Paladin. Retribution, basically, it'll tell you if someone's died, so you have your Retribution debuff. Then you have Judgment, which is what? Yeah, it shows you when the target is affected with your Judgment CD. So that means you want to dump your Holy Power, then have a Holy Power counter, Divine Steed cooldown with the stat counter, Divine Purpose proc, and then Avenging Wrath CD and Avenging Wrath active. And that's it for Ret Paladin. And then the last class to take a look at today is Sub Rogue. Sub Rogue is obviously you have when your stealth is active, and then this is your Shadow. I don't know what these icons. These icons aren't what they actually are. So Shadow of Death active up here, which is here, which isn't the right icon. There we go. There we go. Now it'll be the right icon. Shadow of Death active. Then Shadow Death active. Then Shadow Blades active up top. And then the bottom row is all the cooldowns. So Shadow Blades cooldown, Shadow Dance cooldown, and then the last one is Shadow Blades active. Wait, oh, that's Nightblade, sorry. Nightblade active and then Shadow Blades active. So that's all for Sub Rogue. Those are pretty basic for the rogues. So basically the classes I have more detailed WeakAuras are the ones I'm going to be playing. I'll be sure to upload all these WeakAuras on my base bin and posted a link so you can check that out, and always feel free to check back. I may have updated it with other classes. I'm not going to make another video for that, but if you happen to see me using WeakAuras, say on like a Frost DK or Blood DK, you'll know that I've done them and they'll be uploaded on the base bin. But thanks for watching today. Hope you enjoy these WeakAuras and find good use of them. And see you for Legion launch in 4.5 days. Thanks for watching.